All right. Okay, I'm starting two quests. At the start of two quests, one of them is this come to court, and the other one's not up here yet, but it's the one with the gardener. I want to get it before I complete this one quest because I'm going to combine them, and most people don't do it this way, but it's the one where, without giving any spoilers and giving spoilers, yeah, this little feisty Festus. Yeah, I don't like him. He's a small man trying to be a big man in a big people's world, and he doesn't come off very well. Anyway, it's sad that people like this give the impression of what little people are like, because I've met a lot of really nice small people, dwarves and what have you. But they're like people everywhere.
For the heady depths of cart, pray let this token from humble Festi garner favor with the leviathans within. Oh, tut tut, no time for thanks, friend. The Duke away.
In the old days, I guess they made living by being jesters and in circuses and stuff like that. And here I am, a laughingstock. Yeah. Thank you, Festus. Yeah, I'll remember you. Yeah. Well, I may be a laughingstock and ridiculed, but I don't have to carry myself as such. Walk with dignity, dude. Yeah, laugh at me. I remember it.
I fear your crown outshines my own.
Yeah, very funny. Oh, he's not laughing. In fact, he acts embarrassed for me.
By my command, every road in Grancis shall be open to you henceforth as a member of the Worm Hunt. May your efforts help deliver us from the shadow of the dragon. As long as that damnable beast draws breath, I'll fain accept any help on offer. All right.
Yeah, secret messages. You people, all of you, I'm not a hero, but you forget why I became the Arisen. It's because I wanted to fight, because I didn't want to kowtow and just run and hide when something came after me, or after my people of my village. So, remember this. What have you got to say?
The sovereign of this land ill comprehends the urgency of the danger it faces. This eve's empty pomp is ample proof. All gaiety without a hint of real concern. I'll allow, 'tis well understandable.
Yeah, I agree with you. Food for thought. I'll think about everything you say.
A people numbed by 2 generations of peace cannot be expected to know true resolve.
So, the Duke has lived for 2 generations. Longer, actually. Have no idea how old he was when he first confronted the dragon, but
'Tis a lesson taught by fire and sacrifice. Pray let his grace learn before the fire takes all. But I ought not speak in such bold terms before his grace.
yeah, you need to be careful. They'll label you as a traitor. Well, we'll see what your behavior brings about. And what about you, lady?
Arisen. Hail, sir. It seems you truly stand apart from the rest of us. Some sneered when I presented the Hydra's head, said it was your feet alone that won it. In truth, I cannot deny it. I had no hand in it. 'Tis plain fact. But what of the enlistment corps, then? What meaning does our fealty hold? I have no answer to give my men. To give myself.
Very well spoken, lady. Wait a minute. Let me talk to this Duke again, see what he has to say about this.
All through my reign, I foresaw the coming of this danger.
Yeah? Because you faced it once before.
And so I gathered men into armies, stones into strongholds. I readied for war.
How do you go to war with a dragon that can knock the stones down?
And then you were risen. You came to us, and the dragon with you. Pray, think on the meaning of that, and of your duty.
Yeah. Well, I don't see anybody else here. Bunch of lords and stuff. But the rest of you laughed at me. So I don't feel. What about you, little man? What have you got to say?
Ah, the glorious return of the inimitable, the indomitable, the unforgettable! Scratch that last one. Who were you again?
Yeah. You may have forgotten who I am, but I haven't forgotten you or how you treated me. Beware. I attacked the dragon. I'm not afraid of attacking you. Or anyone else that tries to cause harm. Walk with dignity, girl. Walk with dignity. Okay, now we're going to start this other quest. You can avoid it. It's the one with Eleanor, the Duke's wife. There she is over there. And because it's signaled out, I have to go there. Well, I can avoid it, but then she's just gone from the game. Might as well pick up whatever's here. I apologize for this long thing, but sitting through it. But for those of you who haven't seen this before or who have,
but to see a face austere as the castle walls adorned with this. Still, 'tis more agreeable than the endlessly dour air of most of my husband's sawn swords. Valor dwells in the heart.
I don't want to raise my affinity
The
with
brave ought
this
not need their raiment
broad.
to their metal.
She's married and she's courting somebody outside of her marriage, probably because she's bored.
Hail, dear warrior of the lovely helm. I fear I am remiss in asking your name, sir.
Well, that's enough. That's all I need.
Arisen? You must forgive me. I fear I am grossly ignorant in matters of war. I had thought all who fought shared the title warrior.
That's it. Okay, well, you notice I still got the hat, but somehow when I get over here, it disappears. Right here. See, it's gone. And it's not in my inventory.
By decree of the Duke, you are to be allowed free passage into the castle. This right extends only to your person, and you are advised to comport yourself fittingly. A grievous breach in conduct will see you removed from the castle, or worse. You will take your orders from the Duke's Chamberlain, Aldous. Speak to him for further instruction. May the Maker see you on to further glory, sir.
How fared your audience with His Grace, Arisen? Aldous Ludwig Sorn at your service, sir. I serve as a Chamberlain in the Duke's court. As you may have seen for yourself, it seems His Grace is unwell. In truth, there is worry enough to make any man's head ache. But I fear he ails of worse than worry. Perhaps I ought not speak further on the matter, for my own well-being. I am charged with assigning royal orders, tasks of great import issued by the Duke himself. Pray forgive the bother, but I ask that you come to see me here in the castle whenever circumstances allow you to take on assignment. The future of this war is murky, sir. May your efforts help to bring its end into sight.
So that was Chamberlain, otherwise an advisor to the Duke. Very important person. Well, let me see if this lady is here. Nope, she's not. Okay. Well, I guess she'll be there if I go out and then come back in. Hopefully. Because I want to start that quest ASAP. The maid of honor, maid in honor, or whatever they call it, to the... Yep, there she is. Okay.
Arisen, sir? Beg pardon, sir. I bear a message from Milady Eleanor. She would speak with you, sir. In private, if you please. Some would raise an eyebrow at such a request, given Milady's vows to the Duke. I trust... forgive me, Arisen. I must learn to hold my tongue around proper company. Pray, find me tonight in the castle gardens.
Alright, so I guess it's a trip to the gardens tonight. So I can post haste further this quest. And he's got a quest and I'm going to ignore it for now. Okay, what we're doing now is we're going to get another quest and start it at the same time. And this is the quest with involving the gardener that overhears something. Because I've got a little time. Got to run and see this kid. Now he's running all over. He's in Casardis. You see him at times in Grand Soren. And this is funny. I have a house here with a perfectly good bed, But I can't use it. I have to sleep at the inn next door. I don't know why, but this is my house. Welcome to my home, humble though it be. And probably everything was hunky-dory until the dragon came along. Here's this kid I've got to talk to.
No, the trail can't grow cold now. Oh, Father, where are you? What in the Maker's name is the Arisen? No. Who am I to question Fortune's gift? Please help me find my father. He's a gardener in His Grace Duke Edmund's castle. I awoke one morning to find him vanished without a word. It's not like him at all.
Now, did you awake here? Does your father travel to Grand Soren every morning, all that way, to work at the castle? Or do you live in... Where do you live?
I've searched for near on a week now, but found nothing.
And what are you doing traveling back and forth in this wild, dangerous country?
I beg your aid, Sir Arisen. I've truly nowhere else to turn. Take this. My father will know it on first glance. Maker, speed your steps.
Okay, I've got this quest now. Let's, I could go back to Grand Soren and sleep at that inn, but I'm going to sleep at this inn because it saves me $50. Like I really need to worry about money. That's one thing I like about this game. Money is not an issue. What have we got here? Nest eggs, yep. Get that. 10 deer, get that. Get that. All right.
They say the church gathers accounts from any who saw the dragon, way I heard it. What can I do you for?
Well, stay till nightfall.
So be it.
Why do you think I look tired? Yeah. I'm not tired. I'm not sleepy. Well, I do get sleepy. Okay.
Hey, boy, good fisher.
This is another thing I find really funny. Where is these kids? Here he comes. I guess he's running back to Grand Soren. But where'd he go? There he comes. I mean, look, this is dangerous country at night, especially at night. And here he is running out the gate. Yep. Bound for a journey is the safest to journey at the day. All right, let me get my fast travel. When I first started this game, I refused to use these stones. Because I wanted to explore the world and the country and what have you. Yeah. Also, it made the game go faster. I didn't want it to go faster. I wanted to enjoy the game. And I'm sitting at over 25,000 hours right now in it. Actually more, because I've got this game on GOG Galaxy. Now, first of all, we're going to go down here into the dungeon before we go up and meet this.
Know of the witch what lives in those woods?
Well, no, we can do that because we have to go in the morning.
The dragon's own tongue.
All right, well, I'm going to speed up run so that you guys don't have to sit through this whole trip. I don't like running in because it makes me dizzy watching other people do it. It's like nauseated dizzy. Oh yeah, talk to this guy about that garden.
Arisen. How may I aid you, sir? You seek a wayward gardener? I fear I'll be little help for your cause. Yet hold a moment. We had cause to interrogate a castle laborer some days past. Our spies learned of a plot wherein secrets of state were leaking to a gang of bandits.
What, and you think this gardener was leaking the... Well, I guess it's
I
plausible.
believe the workman suspected of this sedition is in our custody still. I fear that's as much as I know, sir. That I could aid you further.
Now, I hope I don't have to kill you later, dude. You seem like a nice sort. Okay. Now, I've got complete access to this castle, but yet it says that I'll be discovered after night. And there's the lady that I need to talk to.
Praise the Maker, you've come, Arisen. Oh, this is glorious. Most glorious. Pardon me, sir. Forgive the ramblings of a handmaiden on a strange errand. It's only... Milady's request to see you is a rare thing, you see. First in all my years with her, in truth.
Well, she's young. How many years has she got when she's going to make clandestine moments or meetings with a strange person?
I trust you understand the delicacy of the situation. Milady is a married woman, I need not remind you.
Which means I really don't want to do this quest. And for a long time I'd refused to do it, but...
Yes, even innocent conversation could be bent foul were it discovered by others. Pray, walk softly, Arisen, and have a care to let none find you visiting Milady's chambers.
Alright, I got that. Now, down to the dungeon. Now, normally you could go in there and go down and get him out. And that wouldn't be a problem. You just walk past that guard. But here again, I'm going to run because we got to cover a lot of ground and I don't want you to have to work your way through that. At least you can tell where most of these guards are with their lanterns at night, so you can kind of avoid them. The only other person I'd really like to get even with is that Mason person. If I ever find him, he's a dead man. That's a different quest. Previous quest. He wanted me to kill somebody, and because he promised the guy he wouldn't kill him, and I had to make him go back on his word because I didn't want to kill him. He'd been promised to live, and he wanted me to do his dirty work, so no. Now, I'm not supposed to be in the castle at night, so here I am. And there's my errant gardener. I'll go up and see this, visit this dude. Oh yeah, here comes Festus. No, we're not gonna get it. Anyway, I'm gonna take out both Festus and the gardener. because I'm not the gardener. A flask of oil, get it. Never pays to run out of oil. You have to hunt around and... Okay. Now we need to get up to the thing and sleep until morning. Yeah, I have several thousand hours in it. And I've got several thousand hours on other computers where I built builds for my grandkids. And... Oh, sorry. Sorry. Go over here to the inn and sleep till morning. Because I'll show you how I sneak into Eleanor's, the Duke's wife's thing without being caught.
I hear no end of praise for your feats of late, sir.
Not sure. I've never seen it done this way.
You've become quite the lordling. Impressive, really. Have your pick. Any you like. What will it be today?
I hate paying 500 gold. And I can sleep for 50.
Understood.
Anyway, you do have a nice bed. Not any different than my bed. All right, now we're going to sneak into Eleanor's apartment. Oh, before I do that, let me go down here and get this quest for... There's a token that you get down here, and it's in a room, and the only time you can get it is when you can go into a room, and usually it triggers that thing, and then you get thrown in jail and prison, so you can't get the thing. I think it's this one. But we'll just pick up all of them just in case. I think it's 51. There's some more quests. I like getting these quests and getting them on my itinerary, because you never know when you fulfill one, and you're out killing creatures and stuff, so a lot of times you can fulfill them very early and get rid of them without having to wait until you get the quest to go after them. And I may need some extra keys, so I'm going to get this key that usually sits in this chest. Yeah, I'm not going to get your quest yet. Okay, it's daylight now. What you do, how you sneak into her chambers, you go up here to her, where her bedroom is. And why she doesn't sleep in the same bedroom with the Duke, I guess it's that way. Oh yeah, hey sir, you dropped your scroll. Hey, you want it back? I picked it up for you.
Arisen, eh?
You don't want it?
Quite an honor to be employed by the Duke himself.
Ambrose, huh? Aide to the Duke. Wait a minute, this is where I need to go. Now, if I'm lucky, the guard's not going to be standing outside. See? He's not there. Now, I don't know when he comes, but she's not in there now. So what you do, see, you can walk right past it. And there's the token. Pick up the token. Get these grapes. There's a little thing here. Oh, sometimes you can get some kind of like a maid's uniform. I think I've got it one time in all the thousands of hours that I've got, and it's in my Thane inventory now. I'm not sure where. Now, you're going to have to stay here. See, you can see the time of day by the light coming from the thing. I don't know if there's any other way of telling what time it is. I've never seen a clock in this place. Anyway, you just sit here and wait until dark. And I'm going to put it on pause so you guys don't have to sit here and wait several hours. Yeah. Takes a long time. Sit here and watching a screen, not doing anything. I've been scrolling around, looking. And it's not any specific time, because when it gets dark and you can go past that and sit there and wait, and almost morning, as long as it's dark. And anyway, I'll put it on pause again. Have fun. It's interesting to watch the changing light patterns on these windows. Sometimes they'll go completely blank. You don't see those little squares of the coloring in it. And you can see that it's still daylight, but it's getting afternoon light. And each of these squares have different colors. It's really pretty. And it doesn't matter where you stand in this, I don't think, because she doesn't trigger until you get over by that door. So you could stand here all the time and she's not going to come in. I usually just park myself behind this screen. Look at the color patterns on the window now. And this is subtle. It doesn't do it all at once. It just gradual. This game is so amazing in so many ways. You see on the lower part where those little triangles are, well, I guess they're not triangles. They're little squares, but reminiscent of ancient time. Lead glass. They had some craftsmen back then. And this whole game is just like that. I mean, so many little things that go into this game, like channels in the middle of your streets where water will run off, or on steps they have little tiles where you can pull a cart up without it having to bounce, on each step. The detail in this game is just awesome. And there's so many things that you can do that most people don't know that you can do. Like there's a tower in Bitter Black Isle, and most people don't know that you can go to the top of that tower. In fact, you can go to the top of a lot of things. But I've got a picture of that, and one of these days, well, I've actually recorded a video of me doing it, but I'm not very good talking to people. I'm a disabled vet. I'm an old man. My voice is squeaky. And I apologize if it doesn't come across deep and forbidding like on a lot of these other people that do their things. It's like, oh man, listen, I wish I had that voice. Oh, look at the light changing on that window thing. And I don't know if it's different from a different angle. Nope, same dark squares. I'm behind the screen and it lights up the whole bedroom. That's funny. Well, it's getting dark. It's not quite time yet. Almost. But this is the hardest part, I guess, is just sitting here and waiting for it to trigger, waiting for the time to trigger. But I like going in early. I haven't tried going in later. It may be that it's possible somebody can do that. I'm just not in a hurry for this game, 25,000 plus hours. I'm not in a hurry to finish this game. And that's a credit to the game itself. I mean, there are so many ways of doing different things in this game, accomplishing different tasks, killing different monsters. It's just awesome. I just and I've got all of the badges or whatever they call it, all of them but one, and that's the speed run. And I do not want to hurry through this game fast. It's like eating candy. You can gobble up the whole box in one mouthful, or you can take and just let each piece melt and savor each flavor as it melts. I mean, and you can make that box of candy last for several weeks if you want. Like I say, I'm just not in a hurry for this game. And for a long time, I wouldn't forgot what I was going to say. Sorry, old man memory loss. For a long time, I didn't like the New Game Plus because it didn't offer much. I mean, it made you way overpowered. You restart the game with all of your weapons and accumulations and everything, and I like accumulating that stuff. The thing is, I was at a New Game Plus and I'd played it for a while, and I killed death 9,999 times on death. And then I started a new game, a brand new game, and I lost that. It was all gone. It's like, where, I'll have to do a New Game Plus because I lost all of my kills, all of my stuff, everything I collected. And it's kind of the reason why I purchased Dragon's Dogma on GOG through their Galax program, and because I can start a new game and not mess up this game. And if I get tired of being overpowered in this one, I can go over to that one and start a whole new game and just enjoy being brand newbie at it. It's like, oh, I enjoy this. And I have several thousand hours on different games because I have like 18 grandkids. And I build computers for each one, and then in order to help them out, I started out and got their character up to a point where they could fight. And if they wanted to start brand new game after that, then they could do it. course, it doesn't give them all their badges and stuff, but they don't get their badges new, but yeah, you know, I build each of their characters up to a level where they could really do some damage to people and stuff. And anyway, I don't know if it's dark enough yet. It's hard to tell. Let's go over here and see if it'll trigger. Yep, it triggered.
My warrior has come for me.
Yeah, I've come for you.
You must think me a shameless harlot. Would that words could prove my love is pure?
Oh, right on cue.
No.
Old Festy.
Here's the boldness that filled the dragon.
Quickly.
You storm the lady's bedchambers with the urgency of a man in battle. Oh, fear not. I shan't eavesdrop on the ducal proceedings. I remain to stand watch, guard, sire. For your protection, of course.
So you can listen in on it. Feisty little Festus.
My Lord Edmund, would you had mentioned your coming, I might have dressed more finely.
And you're about to have an affair of inclement or whatever you call it with a guy hiding behind the counter?
My Lord, what are you...
Lenore! Oh, my love!
And there's thunder and lightning, and it's the only time in the game you never see it thunder and lightning or rain in this entire game.
Is something...
I don't know how the plants grow, but it's green. Everything's green.
Forgive me! I was wrong! I take it back, Lenore!
You know, one of these days I'm not going to do it. Just interrupt them. You can or you can't. It doesn't matter. You can stand here and wait. I think I did it one time, but I can't remember. Yeah, I saved both you and your wife from a... You would have killed your wife. You'd have had a hard time explaining that to her father. You might have even had a war start. And I saved her life.
Your Grace, Edmund,
And yeah, here she goes. She's doing a typical female twit
This wicked fool mistook
move.
a trifling kindness that I
No
might take for
honor.
something more. She stole into my room. I was terrified.
Yeah, he doesn't believe that.
This commoner must be made to learn, sire. Give her a taste of the lash and a stay in the dungeon. Festy! Festy, I know you're there!
The lady is mistaken.
Yeah, you can hear.
Violate his grace's privacy while he violates my lady's privacy.
Oh, Brooke, none
He
of
was
your
going to
teeth.
stand out there and get his jollies off.
Have this villain removed!
Yeah. And you know, King, Duke. Yeah, you know. And yet, he saved both of you. Or she saved both of you.
Friend of the Duchess, sneaking off.
Ah, Sir Jacob, I'm not going to forget you.
Must be a fine tea. What to come all this way?
You really enjoy this. And I am not going to forget it. Remember,
Different sort. Like a
payback
turning
is a
sheep
bee.
with His Grace's own wife. Damn, you're tougher than you seem.
Yeah, you forget who I am, so I'm coming for you, dude.
After all.
I'm coming for you and Festus. Yeah, you did this to me, woman.
What have I done?
Yeah, you did it.
I cannot ask forgiveness for this betrayal. But I was certain the Duke would cut me down where I stood had I not spoken so. You must run. The Duke is half mad and fierce and wrath.
Well, our ways part here. I don't need your key. I can get out myself. All right. Wonder how many keys I've got. No, I can't access my inventory yet. Oh, usually the garden, yeah, I'm not going to start you yet. Where'd he go? Ah, went to the thing, yeah. Yeah, strutting around here. I broke out of jail. Hey, what are you going to do about it?
The noblest of convictions can't fill a man's belly as well as the basest coin, eh?
Usually, when you come out of your jail, he meets you and wants $5,000 or something to get out. All right, now in order to do this quest right, I need, excuse me, I need to go out and then come back in. Oops, not the one I wanted. Okay, now I need to get back in the daytime. If it's not daytime already, it almost is. Overcast. All right, let's go sleep. Next day. I'll put it on pause.
What will it be today? Understood.
See my lovely clothes? Let's go get them enhanced.
Here now, warrior. warrior such as yourself seeks always finer weapons, yeah? If you aid me in a small matter, you shall have access to weapons both fearsome and arisen who cares not for stronger weapons. The very thought confounds me.
I got strong weapons already. I don't need any more. Anyway,
You can't go wrong.
I want to enhance. Okay, 550 gold, 1600 gold and shackle, 5 shackles. I've got 259, so skeleton key, I've got 736. And I got plenty of gold. And all I have to do is go over to Bitter Black Isle and get it Dragon Forged, which is easy. Alright, now let's go back down. Oh, let's do this, set this quest. An innocent man. And, oh yeah. Well, I don't know where all these mice come from, but they're always here. Every time you come in or out, it's like, where do they come from? I really love this bow. Yep, there he is. There's the quest. Now, Festi comes down here and badgers this prisoner, or any prisoner that comes in here. Here he comes now. And I'm going to hide over here because I don't want to stop his thing. Strutting along like he owns the world. Little big shot, yep. Little Mr. Big Man. He's going to go down and badger this thing, this prisoner, the poor innocent man. We're going to follow him and stay back. Thing is, you have to be back up there by the jailer if you're going to do this. And, okay, hold on, I need bandle rings. Not that you really need them, because one, even doing it without it, gets it. And he's going to ridicule this guy being in prison and he's out. Yeah. Yep, and he fell back. Here he comes running. If I catch it right, time it right. Now! Payback! Whip me, will ya? Now I gotta get out of here before these guards come down. They'll come down here and running around and they'll catch me and I'll be back in jail. So I'm going to get out of here real quick. And they will follow you down into this thing. Yeah, they can't come after me here. Now we're going to wait just a little bit. I'll go back in and rescue the poor gardener. And you don't see them, the Goler or the Festy, you don't see them for a long time. They just kind of disappear. I don't know if they're still in the hospital or what, but they'll respawn. But they're gone. You can't find them in the castle. Yeah, I'm just going to complete this quest because it brings it to a conclusion.
Then my son is safe. Make her be pray that such a fate could befall me. I never so much as considered it. 'Twas ill luck alone put me in this spot. I but overheard a conversation. I was attending to my duties as a royal aide, and a nobleman spoke nearby, yes? But I knew them not, and gave their fervent whispers little attention. Yet without warning, I found myself summoned by a guardsman.
I suspect you are being used as a scapegoat to avoid suspicion to themselves.
He accused me of spying on the pair and banished me to the dungeon forthwith.
So why does this make you the one that's leaking the stuff to the stuff?
I've lived the memory many times over in this place. Most like I could recall parts of the conversation if pressed, but that means naught now. I seek only to save my life, or failing that, keep harm from my son. Time is short. The guard will return ere long and begin their interrogation. Most like they'll employ torture, which leaves my chances of survival pitifully low. I implore you, Arisen, lead me from this terrible place. You are my final hope. Save me, sir. I beg of you.
All right. Let's get out of here. And there shouldn't be any animals here to bother you, because I've already taken care of them. Now you can do this quest from the other end, from going into the castle and coming down. But this way is more fun.
We've escaped the castle. Let's do the southern gate. Our pursuers dare not follow into the city proper. We've not long now arisen.
And then there's a little cutscene with the boy.
Father!
Tomlin, my son! My son!
My son! My son!
I heard tell the Arisen made for the capital and prayed to find you here. I can't even imagine what they must have done to you. It's all over now. I owe you so much, Arisen. Thank you.
Mere thanks seem nothing weighed against your actions, Arisen. Without your aid, I would not stand afore you, nor see my son again. This whole ordeal has a foul air about it. I fear the whispers I overheard are joined to sinister workings in the duchy. Perhaps we shall learn what the talk concerned ere long. I only pray it causes us no further trouble. I've naught with which to repay your kindness. But if ever you find yourself in need, only say the word, and I'll be at your side. Make her guide you until then, Arisen.
Well, come on, let's get out of here. Yep, there he goes. Out the gate. Now it's interesting that if you want to find them again, you can find them in the chief's hut. Adaro, the chieftain in Gransaurus. I mean, not Gransaurus, in Casardus. Anyway, that was the end of that.